Hello, hello. Let me check if everything's okay. Hello, hello. Okay, good. I think it's working well. Let me turn on the live streaming on Instagram as always. Okay, all right. Let's just set it up over here. Hello, this is Eddie from Go Hanguk. Today is March 24th, 2022. And maybe too far. Hmm. Can you guys hear me well? Hello, this is Eddie from Gogo Hanguk. Today is March 24th, 2022, Thursday. As always, Thursday morning. We do normally live streaming. We do live streaming, at the end of the each month. But this time I turn on a little bit early, just because I believe there are quite many questions about the quarantine exemption, and also you know uh, one of the questions, of course. So that's why I turn on the live streaming here, in Instagram as always, and there on YouTube. So if you have any questions about how to live and study in Korea, especially in this summer, summer means like starting the class from the June 2022, and then of course if you have another question, I'm happy to answer it. Hopefully, as much as possible. And also, before we starting, of course, I have some updates by myself to remind you what we do, and also what we are do currently. So that's something that I also want to share with you guys. So feel free to leave a comment below. So I just like after kind of information, after the information from me, you can just like I will go back and then try to answer it as many as possible and as fast as possible, because there could be more questions following up. So that's why feel free to leave a comment below. If you have any questions about how to study Korean in Korea and other things, including the quarantine exemption and other basic things. Okay. So a couple of updates from us would be, as you guys know, we are accepting June summer 2022 applications. So currently we are accepting. So there are many schools that we partner with. So if you have any plan to come to Korea this summer, starting Korean course, then please let us know as soon as possible. I always tell you guys at least contact us 6 months ahead. But of course, sometimes you need to just like do it. So if you still willing to come to this June, this summer, then please contact us right now, so that we can help you to prepare this and that in order to come to Korea and study from the June term. You know, it's gonna be quite easier than before, because currently for now we have Korea has like a quarantine exemption based on the vaccine situation in you, and also vaccine situation in you, and also like the length of the second vaccine shot. So that's why there will be easier condition for you to come after April 1st, mostly April 1st of the 2022. Of course, you really don't know, like when you come, like for example, June or September, I don't know, much later, there might be new rule. Then we are going to share it with you guys. Okay, so if you want to come this summer for the studying in Korea, feel free to ask us right now so that you can get support from us. So that's the first uh, update. Second thing would be recently we launched our study trip, autumn study trip. Uh, Let me explain you what a study trip is. So study trip is like a 2 or 3 weeks program, including everything. Morning studying in the morning for the Korean course, like 15 hours per week, and also you will also like join a couple of the activities, like it could be culture or relate to the K-pop or history in the afternoon 2 or 3 times per week, and also it's including the accommodation. So if you are not sure how long you want to stay, or if you are not sure if I want to stay in Korea or not, but that's like study trip would be the best option for you to kind of taste how it looks like, being a student, Korean student in Korea, as well as enjoy some of the cultural activities in the afternoon, and also it's including the accommodation. So once you pay, just book for the flight ticket, and then you can just come and enjoy for everything. So that would be the study trip, and we launched it. We launched autumn study trip. Autumn means starting October of this year, and yeah, that's the second update. And last one would be the visiting program. So one of the student, actually one of the person in the Instagram asked us the exchange program. So visiting program that we offer with the Hanyang University is exactly same as exchange program. However, one thing differences would be you pay the tuition into the Hanyang University. That's only one differences. Other than that, everything is same as the exchange program. And you need to be in the university or college in order to join the visiting program. And also, there are, you can also like you can also attend like Korean course using through the visiting program. So there are many benefit, uh, you know, uh, for from the visiting program. So if you want to come this September, visiting program, we are accepting applications from the April, so which means like next month. So if you are interested in, please let us know. We can give you more and more information about the visiting program. Okay, so June application of this year, study trip for autumn course, and lastly visiting program for September of this year. That was my update, and let me go back to the first page and then answer some of your questions or all of your questions, if I can do. Morning, have a nice day, same to you. Good morning. Now it's like 8:10 a.m. Korea, 2022, March 24th. Good, good. Yeah, so this question I saw. Hi, do you accept exchange students? So not really. So if you want to do exchange student, you need to check with the university that you are in now. But if you're not sure if you can join the exchange program or not, then we have a visiting program in Hanyang University. Your school doesn't have to be like a partner, like a sister school with the Hanyang University. So your school doesn't have to be sister school with Hanyang University. So if you cannot do the exchange program with your school, then contact us. We can help you to do the visiting program with us. Okay, let me check. Hello, exchange program. I answered it. Hello from Morocco. Thank you for joining. Spanish. Why don't you accept Nigerian? I really am ready to go. First thing first, though, once again, we do only help for the language course, Korean language course. That's the first one that we do. Second one, We are still very small company, so we cannot cover all the countries in the world. So there are some countries that we can support for now. There are some countries we cannot support for now. But we try to expand our service to another countries. So hopefully in the future, we can help you, Nigerian people. Sorry about it. Is there any program for people who want to learn Korean while also working there? That's more likely a visa issue. So if you want to work at the same time study, you need to look into the working holiday visa. Other than that, there are options like, for example, uh, uh, working as an English teacher in Korea and also studying Korean in Korea. That's possible, which is not easy, but that's possible. Another thing that we frequently ask is the, like, when as a student, as a like a language student, can we work? Yes, but there is condition. So first the 6 months with the student visa, language visa, you cannot work. But after the 6 months, you can work under the default, the language course visa. However, there is some conditions. So you need to be in good student in the school, as well as there are like a maximum 20 or 25 hours per week. You can work up to 20 or 25 or 5 hours per week. There are some conditions, as I said. So there are a couple of options, but it's not easy. Possible, but it's not easy. And another question from the YouTube. Hi, I'm just wondering how much will I have to pay for the tuition fee because I'm planning on studying to Korea for 2023, and what visa do I need to apply to study there for 2 years? So when it comes to language course, the visa is like D4 visa. So D4 visa is set. How much to how much you need to study, let's say 2 years, it's gonna be not easy calculation. However, when I give you like tuition example or accommodation example, which is very important, and others is more likely based on your spending habit. So what I can tell you is that tuition, let's say for example, giving you average price, 3 months studying, 3 months studying would be about 1,500 US dollar. Secondly, accommodation, which is also essential. You may need to also pay at least 500 US dollar per month, which means for 3 months, 3 months would be 1,500 US dollar. Sum up, study, tuition, accommodation is going to be 3,000 US dollar for 3 months. So you can just multiple like 8 times. So it's going to be, 3,000 plus multiple 8. So you will have the price for the tuition and accommodation. Of course, if you need to also add up your like the basics like eating, transportation, SIM card, etc., etc., and shopping and having a fun. It's more likely, like I say, it's gonna be spending heavy. So normally when it comes to fees, price, or cost, I normally give you tuition and accommodation. Others is gonna be up to you. Can you please save this live? Yeah, I do. Normally, I do it. And also, you can also check it in our Instagram as well as our YouTube channel. What are the tests that I can pass to the enter Yonsei University, for example? When it comes to language program, you don't have really like a test in order to enter the university. But there will be, of course, any same as any other universities, there will be like level test to see your like Korean skills. But it doesn't mean that there is no fail or like pass. It's just like determine your Korean level, current Korean level. And yeah, let me go fast because I want to answer all of your questions. For one semester, how much should I pay? I just answered it. 3 months means the one semester, one term. only for the tuition, 1,500 US dollar with the accommodation, 3,000 US dollar. Are vocational diplomas accepted depending on the school? Depending on the school. But normally, in order to attend Korean course, there is only two conditions. First one would be you need to be over 18 years old. Secondly, you need to have at least a high school diploma. Okay, that's the two minimum condition. Does the study trip hold every year? Yes. So we try to do every year like a spring, summer, and autumn course. So there will be at least three times. Of course, during the pandemic, we cannot really provide all the courses, but hopefully the pandemic is kind of ending, so we can probably provide all the courses. In 2019, we actually provide a lot more than that, like spring course once and summer course we offer like 4 times, including the for the course, including course for adults as well as like a minors, like from the 14 to 17 years old. So hopefully in 2023, we can offer all the courses. For this year, we offer the July course and autumn course. Another question from the YouTube: do you think the current COVID spike in Korea will affect course this year? Less likely. Of course, nobody knows, but less likely because, you know, you know, everyone globally, we are thinking like Omicron is ending, like a coronavirus is ending, and also the government itself, we try to open more and more, meaning that the Korean course or will keep providing. In the meantime, what we do, like last couple of years during the like serious pandemic situation, still there are courses, but sometimes it goes to like offline, it goes to online, so back and forth. So based on the situation, in the future, it might be go online again. However, the course will be provided, I believe. All right. Does it provide housing too? If you are asking study trip, yes, it's including accommodations. Can we do other courses while studying the language? Let me know what the other courses, but yeah, and then I can answer it, I guess. Hello, is it possible to study in Korea major university after the language program? Yes, that's totally possible. But still, studying Korean and then like going to the university, like a major or like a PhD or other program, is totally new program. So you need to prepare again. You need to prepare everything again for this program. But it's possible. If I enter a university through a scholarship, will I need money other than what the state will provide for me? In terms of the scholarship, I have no idea. And of course, based on you, or based on what you like asked for, uh, it, it could be different, totally different. So I cannot really answer that. How far ahead do we need to apply starting the process to learn Korean? So for example, as I said, we are accepting the June applications now, you know. So you need to provide everything, by, of course, depending on the schools, uh, this month or next month. This month mean March or April. So June is like a starting term. We are accepting, but in March we are accepting the application, and some school will also accepting applications in April. So you need to be at least contact us 3 months ahead. But as I said, I normally ask you to contact us at least 6 months ahead, so that you will have all the information what you need and decide and prepare all the documents based on your the length of the study. So 6 months ahead, good. My high school diploma is my vocational diploma. What do I do? It's a Dutch system, but I graduated high school with vocational diploma. Then it's more likely if the vocational diploma or diploma you have is equal to the high school, then I believe most of the school will accept it. But please let us know, so that we can give you more information. If you want to major in mathematics, what is the best university would you recommend? I have no idea about it. You need to search by yourself. Mathematics. Sorry, sorry, I don't have any information. Once again, for us, we have all the information about the language course. But when it comes to major or like PhD, we don't really have that info. Sorry about it. Of course, in the future, we will expand to the university for sure, but I cannot tell when exactly. For now, we can only support you to go to the language course program. Sorry about it. Hello, when is the autumn course? So autumn course means like starting from the September of this year, September of every year. So September, yes. It could be early September, it could be in the middle of September based on the school. Okay. How are you? Good, very good. Hello, thanks for joining live streaming. Is there a way to stay in Korea after the course has ended? You need to change your visa in order to stay longer. Once the visa ended, you need to normally leave Korea in 1 week or up to 2 weeks, something like that. So after the visa ending, you need to have another visa in order to stay longer in Korea. Good question. Is it possible to study Korea for just 1 month? Yes, it's possible. So whenever I tell you guys about the university, studying 3 months, this and that, it's because most of the course under the visa is from the university because only the university can issue the visa letter. When it comes to studying only 1 month, we do also partner with like a private school called Lexis Korea. So from the Lexis Korea, you can even study like only 1 week. That's totally possible. So if you want to study only 1 month, I want you to contact us and ask for the Lexis Korea. Good. In your opinion, what are the base differences between the Hanyang and Dongguk? Which is the best for the international student? It's very hard question. Base differences would be, the Hanyang and Dongguk, the curriculum is pretty like similar. However, the studying time is different because Hanyang has AM, PM class, like starting from the 9 to 1 p.m. for AM class. They also have like a PM class starting from the 2 and finish at 6 p.m. So that's one difference. Is Dongguk, on the other hand, the program start 10 a.m. finishing at 2 p.m. That's like one of the basic differences. The price would be pretty similar. Location is totally different. Dongguk is like center of the Seoul. Hanyang is like kind of Dongguk is here, Hanyang is here, like northeast. So the location is different. Other than that, we do have like good like feedbacks for both the schools. So I cannot really give you like a huge differences, but that's at least what I can tell you. Good. Can you be 25 years old and starting college in Korea? Possible, yes. Hello from Malaysia. By any chance, if I miss your questions, feel free to let us know by info@gogohanguk.com, or the best way to contact us to using our contact form. So when you see our bio, then there are special links. So when you click it, there are all the options. Contact form, online course, this like to our blog articles, which has all many information, much information. So try to use the special link so that we will get back to you as soon as possible. Hi, I plan on studying Korea from Canada. Will I face any problem? You mean oh, plan on studying Korea from Canada? Will I face any problem? You mean online course? Then I don't see any problem at all. When it comes to online course, we do also have like online course we made with Hanyang University, so you can also join it. And sooner we are launching another program, so stay tuned very soon. How do I apply from Nigeria? We currently we don't support students from Nigeria yet. As I said, we are still a small company. There are certain countries that we can support for now. So, but I'm afraid that Nigeria is not one of them. But in the future, once again, once we expand more, we increase more countries that we can support. Sorry about it. Can I come to Korea to study Korean even if I'm 30 years old? Yes, that's totally possible. Once again, the condition that in order for you to study Korean, the condition would be minimum 18 over 18 years old, and you need to have like high school diploma. Other than that, there are not really like a maximum age. Uh, some school has minority school has the maximum age, but 30 for sure that's not a problem. Housing is only for 6 months only, and then we look for housing, and this is for the students who are staying for 2 years like myself. No, housing, I'm not sure what you mean, but the we can for sure help you to find houses for 2 years. That's possible. But the yeah, that's possible. But of course, you can also find it by yourself. That's totally also possible. To enter to Korea, what are the vaccines that Korea government approve? That's very specifications, but I would say for now the major ones, the AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Johnson and Johnson. What is the? That's the main three ones. But when you see, so I would say for now simply the major ones are acceptable. Okay. What is the deadline for Gonggung University December term? So December of this year. So it's gonna be December, November, October, and September. I believe we are going to accept the December applications from September during the September, I would say. So if you want to come to December of this year to Gonggung University, you need to provide all the documents in during the September of this year. But once again, I want you to still contact us beforehand, at least 6 months ahead, so that we can give you more and more information. Yeah, Moderna as well. Yes, thank you. I already joined the 3 weeks online course. So far, so good. That's good. Thank you for your feedback. And then once again, the Hanyang online course that we made is totally like a total like 10 weeks program. So you can also join if you're not sure, you can also join the 3 weeks program, and then you can also extend it. Okay. Now a question, my 21st birthday, 21 years old, the first day next year for on Seollal, and I'm going to be in the Korea, then no. And so I'm taking that as a good sign. That's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, we are in Korea, exempt, made a new rule for the exemption. When it comes to next year, you will have like a fully, I believe, fully being normal situation in Korea, so you can take all the advantage in the future when you come to Korea. So far, so good. I wanted to ask in one semester, 3 months, what level in Korea can I reach in Hanyang University? Very good question because, in general, pretty much all the schools, all the Korean language program in Korea has 6 levels. From the level 1 being the basic, the knowing, not knowing everything, not knowing anything, not knowing anything. So level 1 being the basic, level 6 being the advanced, the highest level. So when it comes to one semester, you can 3 months, you can complete only one level. Okay, and even the completing one level is not easy. You need to study very hard. So so technically, from being level 1, completing level 6 is going to be it will take 1.5 years. However, it's not easy. I'm saying, with our experiences, it's not easy. So you need to study very hard, even the completing level 1, level 2, level 3. I see many people like repeating the same level, which is very common. So I want you to, if you decide, I want you to study hard, it's not easy. How long you study at the university? So with the default visa, the language course, you can stay up to 2 years, up to 2 years. Okay. In another thing that you need to also consider, in order to get the student visa, you need to register at least 2 terms in the university, and then you can extend it in Korea. You don't have to leave Korea. Okay. I heard that the Korean language used. I heard that the Korean language used in teaching is very different from the Korean language used in the vernacular. Would this be a big problem for someone who's starting learning Korean? I I heard that Korean language used to teaching. Oh, it's very academic question, I would say. So since I'm not a teacher, I cannot really give you the exact or like answer. But it's totally uh, based on your skills that you have now, and also studying in the school is not ending. After the school you need to study by yourself a lot academically, or like in the real situations. You need to combine everything. You need to combine two things. You know, uh, the class in the school and out of the class. You need to also like interact with the Korean people, and also being expose yourself to the Korean culture or real Korean situation. Then you can really improve your Korean skills. So that's something that I can give you. It's like information. It's not even of advice. It's like information. So you need to like keep studying even after the class. That's what I can tell you. I hope I answered you. Is the share house? Will I be living with the other student who also chooses the share houses, or will the dorm be better option? It's more likely pros and cons, share house and dormitory. You know. So when it comes to share house, you will stay with like random people. There could be like someone who from the same university, or workers in Korea. So when it comes to the share house, uh, you will meet like all the people in the share house. When it comes to dormitory, of course, you will most likely share with the classmate from you, or some schools allow you to stay with the Korean schools in the university. So it's like two different things. In the meantime, it has also pros and cons. So let us know. Based on your preference, we will give you more information. Once again, the best way to contact us using our contact form, please see the special link on our bio. Then you will uh, have the access. Okay, thank you. That's a good question. Would it be responsible for looking for accommodation, or do we get help, guidance with it? Yes, we do also can help you to find accommodation. So normally there are 4 options, like dormitory, as somebody said, dormitory, share house, mini studio, and homestay. So there are a couple of the options. So based on your needs, we will help you. We can give you more information. Or of course, if you find your own accommodation, that's totally fine. If you know someone in Korea, if you have by any chance, your friends in Korea, then that's also possible. Are there are there private lessons for students? Is it expensive or is it only available for high school students? Once again, high school student, that would be possible. Anyway, when it comes to university program, it's gonna be group program. Group means like normally up to 15 students in the one class. If you want private lessons, as I said, the Lexis Korea, the private school, can offer the private lessons for like a one-on-one, one-on-two, one-on-three, I guess. But one-on-one is possible. Is it expensive? Yes, it's private school. It's private lessons, so it's gonna be expensive. So if you are interested in that course, let me know. Let us know. And it is only available for high school students? No, everyone. How can I get admission from the university? What I need for it from the Saudi Arabia. When it comes to university program, we don't really have information. But if you are asking for the Korean course, then let us know. There are some certain like documents you need to prepare based on your length of the registration. So we hopefully we can help you. Can you give a total cost of the everything for the students who are studying in Korea for 2 years? I answered it from the. I had exactly same question from the YouTube just a couple of minutes ago. So 2 years. So what I can give you is not going to be total cost, but I can give you tuition cost. I can give you accommodation cost. The other things like food, eating, funding, like transportation is totally up to you. It's gonna be based on your spending habit. So I cannot really give you the total cost. But when it comes to tuition, accommodation, I can give you average information. So tuition studying 3 months is gonna be 1,500 US dollar. Accommodation 3 months, same thing. It's gonna be 1,500 US dollar. Summing up 3 months of studying and staying in the accommodation is gonna be 3,000 US dollars. So you can just multiply like 8 times, which will be like 24,000 US dollar, right? 24,000 US dollar for the tuition and accommodation for 2 years. Once again, others is totally up to your spending habit. There is courses, correct? Yes. Which city in Korea has the cheapest rent house? I mean, it's gonna be, even, how can I say? You need to go to like out of the main cities, then you will find the like cheaper options for the houses. But as a Gogo Hanguk, we have schools in Seoul, Busan, and Daegu. So compared to three cities, Busan is cheaper than Seoul a little bit. Daegu is a little bit cheaper than Busan, or similar, pretty similar. So Busan and Daegu has like a cheaper option than Seoul, that's for sure. But the cheaper means not like huge differences. It's gonna be small differences. But if you go in more cheaper, like cheaper options, then you need to go to, I don't know, the small cities. Is Gogo Hanguk course similar to EF Seoul courses? I'm not sure because EF know what they do. What EF does is like a course and accommodation combined together, all the things. Like you need to buy the set program. So that's only one difference. But for us, we focusing on the like introducing the course. But you don't have to be like choosing our option. You can have like freedom to choose like accommodation by yourself, or we can also help you. So that would be the one thing, one huge difference is I would say. I'm not fully aware of all the courses from the EF Seoul, so that would be what I can say for now. When can we start applying for 2023? It's based on your starting term. If you want to start in like a September of 2023, now it's a little bit early. So I normally ask you to contact us 6 months, average 6 months ahead. Cool. How do you think of Yonsei University? Is it good in terms of the jobs? I mean, will I have to more chances of getting a job if I graduate from Yonsei University? It's gonna be based on your major, I would say, or your experiences. Graduating from the Yonsei University means, I don't know, you might have like a disadvantage. In order to work in Korea, you need to prove yourself, not just only having a good university diploma, you know. So that's something that I cannot really answer, but it's more like common sense. Graduated Unity University, but having a no skill means nothing. So being a university student, being a university student, or graduating Yonsei University, having a good skills, very good. Graduating from the, let's say, the medium tier university, having a good school, better than having a Yonsei University diploma, but no skills. It's very common sense. Okay, that's what I can tell you. Our final offers only offered during the application period. As I know, some documents must be submitting during the application period. So if we apply early, will we have to wait till application period? Yes. So simplify. The reason that we ask you contact us at least 6 months ahead. There are some documents you can prepare in advance, but there are also some documents you need to prepare during the application date. So at the end of the day, you need to wait until the university application date, but more time means like more, how can I say, more time, earlier approaching us give you more like preparation time, because even though during pandemic, normally it took like more than normal, which means if you approach us like during the application day, but sometimes it's very hard to get what school asks us for during the 1 or 1.5 months, meaning that. So that's why we always ask you to come to contact us at least 6 months ahead, so that you will have like you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to provide this like right now, but I cannot do it because university cannot do it, in time. So that's something that I don't really want. Your time is very valuable. So that's why I want you to contact us like at least 6 months ahead. You know, let us give you some information when you need to prepare, and then you can prepare. You can search by yourself, or how long does it take to get the like let's say high school diploma because you lost it. Then you need to approach the school again, ask for it, get the apostille on it, get the translation if the documents is not in Korean or in English. Then you will have more time, relaxed time to prepare the documents, and then you can plan many things, by yourself. Okay, so that's why we always recommend you contact us 6 months ahead if you can. But of course, like I said, if you can prepare right now for the June term, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Okay. I'm learning Korean from Tui.app. app. I found it very helpful. Okay, that's good. That's good. You know, expose yourself to Korean culture or Korean applications, Korean language is very good. If you want to improve your Korean skills, trying is very hard. Even in Korea, when you come to Korea and attending the course, you need to keep studying, so that you can reach higher level, and also you can reach the goal you set by yourself. I want to go for the 3 week study trip in October. That's good. Is there a mandatory quarantine upon arrival? Also, is it mandatory to be vaccinated, or is it a PCR test acceptable before traveling from the US? So currently, When you come, when it comes to October of this year, it could be different. But for now, there is no mandatory quarantine if you have like a booster shots with you, or if you have a second shot, but the second shot should be less than 180 days, but over 14 days. So if your second shot in between these like term, then you will be able to exempt from the quarantine. But currently for now, yes, you still need PCR negative test in order to get on the flight. Yeah, that still like remains. What happens if you fail the course? Will you not be allowed to leave Korea? So let's say, for example, you registered 6 months, starting from level one. If you failed it, you can just repeat it and then staying up to like 2 times, like 6 months, same thing. Uh, so if you failed it, you don't have to leave the Korea, but just like repeating the same level. Hello. Do we must have IELTS or TOEFL in order to join the Korean course? No. When does school start in the September semester in Hanyang University? It will September semester is gonna be September 5th. September 5th. Right? Yes, full term. September semester in Hanyang University. Are you guys still doing the summer study trip? Yes, we do still do it, which will start from the July of this year. If you are interested, you can still apply for it. The deadline is going to be April of this year. Are you guys still? Okay, I answered it. Sorry. Is there any level 2 for online course? Not yet. We are planning to prepare it, but it's gonna take us some times. But for now, it's gonna be for level 1. But level 1 is also like a when you think of a level 1, as a Korean, it's not easy. When I see the program, so you need to really study hard. But the level 2 from the Hanyang University, kind of we are negotiating. So if you want to join it, let us know so that we can push school more. If I choose more than 6 months of the program, can we stay in the dormitory for all that time? It's gonna be depending on the schools. Some schools allow you to stay only 6 months in the dormitory, or some schools allow you to stay like forever, forever. So it's gonna be based on the school, and also you can choose the dormitory, and if you don't like it, you can you can move out. That's possible. Of course, there might be some penalty, of course, based on your commitment. But you can stay your whole time in the university course, the Korean course. In the dormitory, can I have a single room or do I have to share with the roommate? Normally, you are going to stay with roommate from the dormitory. There might be some small number of the single room based on the schools, but very few. So you can simply think it's going to be sharing with others. Does the course of Gogo Hanguk are the similar to? I already answered it. Thank you. Hello. Thank you for joining our live streaming. Once I get good grades, does the university accept me directly? I mean, can my interview ruin everything? I have no idea about it. Sorry. As a Gogo Hangul, master, we master, we have all the information about the Korean course, but when it comes to degree or PhD, we don't really have information. Sorry about it. Do you know how dormitory are like for Dongguk? Are you with the Korean student or international? That would be normally what the Dongguk does is that like they try to match you with the Korean student in the university. But it's going to be every time is slightly different. So I want you to ask us, sending us the like a contact form, and based on that we can give you more information. But in common, like normally, they Dongguk University try to match up you international student with the Korean school or Korean student in the university. Let's say, for example, if you want to stay with your friends from your country, let's say, for example, you and your friends register together with to the Dongguk University, and you guys want to stay together in the dormitory, then we can ask for it, but it has to be in advance so that you guys can stay together. So if I don't plan on getting the vaccination, I can come, correct? Should I wait for another year to come? Once again, the rule can be changed, but for now, there are not really like information about uh, exemption for non-vaccinated people. But for now, what I can tell you is the government if you oh yes, that's actually a very quick, very good question. If you are not vaccinated, then you will still be the 7 days quarantine in Korea now. But once again, when it comes to October, it could be different. Okay, Shannon. So let us know. We keep checking it and then let you know if there is any changes. I mean, embassy of Korea in Mexico can translate the documents to the English or Korea for apply in university. Korean for apply for university. Uh, there are two different things when it comes to applying visa. First thing first. So uh, you need to still apply for. I believe you need to still like provide the documents in either in Korean or in English to the school and then to the embassy. That's what I can know. Of course, you can double check it. Secondly, when it comes to document, like providing documents, you need to provide the school first in order to get accepted. And school 100% ask for the documents in either Korean or in English. So anyway, you need to prepare it uh, either of it. Okay, and when you provide it to the embassy, you need to you should double check it, but I would say they still want you to provide everything in Korean or in English. I think I answered it. Hello, I'm currently studying at the Donggong for 3 months. I have a 90 days visa, like a visiting visa. Is it possible to extend the visa for other 3 months? Other 3 months is kind of tricky. Without COVID, it was possible, but when it comes to under the COVID, still, situation, it's gonna be quite challenging. You know, let's say, for example, if you are studying 3 months under the K-ETA or visiting visa, uh, like a visiting visa, and then extend another 3 months is kind of tricky. But for example, studying 3 months and extending 6 months by changing, the visiting visa into default visa, that's totally possible. But of course, you need to prepare some documents in order to do that. That could be easier than extending another 3 months. Another 3 months, only way that we don't really recommend is like leaving Korea and then come back to Korea. That's the kind of only way for now in order to extend another one term. Yeah, that's what I can tell you. So that's why currently, we normally recommend you, if you can, of course, extending another 6 months so that you can change your visa into D4, which give you more freedom in Korea. No problem. Will summer vacation suffice me to learn Korean, or should I start now? I mean, if you want to, it's totally up to you. Uh, if you, as always, doesn't matter if you study online, doesn't matter if you study Korean in Korea, doesn't matter. I want you to have your own goal. I want to do this, by studying Korean. I want to do this, with the studying Korean, with the Korean skills. So I want you to have like your own goal. It doesn't have to be like a Korean related. Let's say, for example, if you are in Korea, studying is like a ongoing thing. And also, let's say, for example, I want to visit like all the major cities in Korea. So I want you to really make your own goal, in Korea, or online course, or studying Korean. I want to reach like topic level 1, by when, So it's totally up to you. But I want you to set up your own goal and achieve it. And also, you need to keep reminding it, keep reminding your own goal in order to, pursue the goal, which will help you. If I choose residence for 2 years, is it hotel or apartment? Uh, Once again, uh, what we can do, we cannot do the hotel, we cannot do the apartment. What we can do is that we can introduce dormitory. When it comes to accommodation, dormitory, share house, mini studio, or like a homestay. And if you like it, you can keep extending it. That's totally fine, But when it comes to apartment or hotel, if you want to do that, we cannot really help that. Hotel, you can do it by yourself, but it's going to be super expensive staying there for 2 years. Okay, hello from Philippines. Hello. How long is the acceptance period? So, for example, like I said, we are accepting June applications, and we have been accepting it from the early March, and finishing in the middle of the, or yeah, more likely middle of the April of this year. So it's going to be 1 month or 1.5 months, based on, depending on the university. So during this time, you need to provide everything to the school, pay everything to the school, and then you will have another 1 month, 1.5 months for your visa, choosing the accommodation, buy the flight ticket, etc., and come to June of this year and starting. So how long the acceptance period is gonna be? 1 month or 1.5 months. But like I said, I want to still contact us beforehand so that you can prepare everything in advance, so that when it comes to application date, you can be relaxed, just like provide this, here we go, and then prepare all your things. Okay. Regarding the private lessons, can I ask you about them after this live video on DM? Once again, the best way to reach us to using our contact form. Okay, so when you DM me, I will give you the special link. So yes, it's possible. Can you save this live to we can back to watch it later? Yes, of course. I do. Normally, I do every time, and also uh, I do live streaming in YouTube as well as Instagram. So you can save. You can watch it. The platform that you want. Do you guys accept gift? As when I come to Korea, I would love to bring you something from my home country for all your health. That would be very nice. That would be very nice. Mm, we don't really accept the gift, you know, and I'm very happy to, you know, listen to what you're saying. That's more than enough. More than enough. And I hope you can come to. I hope you can make it Korea, so that you can enjoy the Korea. So thank you for saying that. It's more than enough. I'm very happy now. I will pass this on to our coordinators. Upon arrival in Korea, do we need to take a PCR again? Yes. So once again, there are, based on the people, of course, there are no quarantine anymore. But you need to still provide PCR test when you get on the flight, and also when you arrive in Korea, there would be two tests normally. First one is like a PCR test within 1 day. Second one is 6 or 7 days. You need to go also. You need to do another test, but it's not gonna be like a PCR test, but RAT, rapid antigen test these days. So of course, there are still like a tests. But once again, when you come to Korea, let's say you come to in December, you come to in September, then it might be different. But for now, that's the rule. Your TikTok page is very funny. That's good to hear. And also, we not just only fun thing, but also we also want to give you like informative things, about the Korean culture, some tips, this and that. So we try very hard to provide good materials, Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok to give you more information about it. Thank you for saying that as well. Okay, it's already 9 a.m. Thank you so much for joining our live streaming. We do normally like a live streaming in Instagram, YouTube at the end of each month, and also we do also do live streaming in TikTok in the middle of the month. So if you want to join it, you can join both of them. And also, if I miss any questions, or after that, if you think about your another question, then you can always email us at info@gogohanguk.com, or always the best way to reach us is using our contact form. Okay, let me see if there is any other questions that I miss. Actually, it might be a lot. Do you think the backlog from Gogo Nihon students who can't get into Japan this year, so decide to come to Korea instead, might affect places for people who originally wanted to come to Korea? No, never. Never. You know, Korea and Japan, all the same. We welcome all of you guys. If you change, uh, let's say for example, if you studying Korean now, studying Korean in Korea now, and then you can just move to Japan. That's totally fast. Back and forth is possible. So it's not gonna be affect each other, but I want you to have fun. I want you to, like I said, setting up your goal, having fun in both of the countries, take all the advantage from the both of the countries. That's good for you. That's what I want to do. And for Korean schools, we can help you, without any service fee. We can give you all the information without any fees. Not at all. Not a problem at all. What happens if the flight arrives outside of the hours specified for the study trip? Oh, that's totally fine. Let me know. Let us know when you will arrive. Then we can accommodate you. Like a pickup is possible as well as well. So that's fine. But I want you to tell your coordinators in advance so that we can predict you might be a little bit later than our plan. If I get job offers in Korea, am I allowed to accept them while studying, or is that not allowed? So when it comes to working as a student, like I said, first 6 months, no study at all, not working at all. After the first 6 months, you can study at the same time you can work. But like I said, sometimes up to 10 hours per week, sometimes up to 20, or sometimes up to 25 hours per week. So this time you can study and work at the same time. It's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy, but it's possible. That's a good question. How long does it take for the school to send the acceptance letter after we send our applications. Normally, average 1 week. It will take 1 week. So simplify. So you provide everything to the school. School check it to us, and we check everything is okay. We send the school. School check, double check it. School give you invoice. You pay the invoice. School confirm. School confirms the money on their bank, and then school will give you the acceptance letter for your visa, or just acceptance letter. So all this process, if everything's okay, then it's gonna be after the after the like money arrive in their bank, acceptance letter is gonna be average 1 week. Sometimes it could be faster. Sometimes it could be a little bit longer than 1 week, but I would say average 1 week. Good, very good question. Hi, all the classes are in English. If that's the case, do I have to pass on specific language test? No. All the classes, very good question actually. All the classes even from the level 1, you will be taught in Korean. So no English, Korean. What's the best way to get into the host family? Not really best way. You can just ask us when you want to stay. What can I learn in Korean? Korean? What can I learn in Korean? Many things I would say. You can learn. You can improve your Korean skills, and you can also take or you can also visit like many places and meet like and making Korean friends, which is not easy as well. And I don't know, many things based on your based on yourself. Can I learn law in Korea? Yes, you can do that. If I'm not accepted in the GKS scholarship, what can I do to come study and work in Korea? You can just pay for the Korean course, and then you can also apply for the working holiday visa in order to work in Korea. So pay yourself and apply for the visa what you want. Sorry. If I choose more than 6 months of the course, and sometimes I want to leave, do I get my money back if we have to pay beforehand? Based on yes, those totally possible. Say for example, if you let's say for example register 1 year, 1 year, which means like 4 terms, and then you study like 6 months, and you have something in your life, and then you want to leave after the 6 months, then the school will give you all the tuition back to you for the next 6 months. So yes. Thank you for the information. Thank you so much. Is there an age limit for participating? Yes. So like I said, the minimum requirement in order to go to the Korean course in the university, only two things. You need to be over 18 years old, and also you need to have like a high school diploma. So if you have those things, meaning that age limit, you need to be over 18 years old. I normally do live streaming only 1 hour, but there are many good questions. That's good. Yeah, I mean, this is also another example. I can't wait to try Korean barbecue in Korea. So once again, when you come to Korea, it's not just only the study. You need to be exposed yourself to all the things, all the benefits being in Korea, which is not easy. You need to keep pushing yourself to go out to interact with the Korean people, to visit Korean restaurant, try something new, visit another city. It's not easy. But if you have will, you will have all fun things. Does the school send acceptance letter in the mail or through emails? Both possible. If you want, you can get the email. You can get the letter by mail. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. I want to try out different things. Different things and culture and life in Korea. That's I always empathize. Of course, learning the language is not easy. It's not easy. But expose yourself to the other things will help you to improve your Korean skills. So that's why once again it's not easy. I've seen like since 2016, which we opened our business. Since 2016, I've seen it. It's not easy, but you need to expose yourself continuously so that you can take all the advantage. Expectation before arriving Korea, the real life in Korea is different. I personally went to Canada for studying English. When I go there, expectation, realistic situation, it was totally different. You know, I love being there, but that's what I'm saying. Okay, let me answer this one and then I can finish live streaming for today. What would you recommend for the student that need a work in Korea? What can we do for work? What would you recommend for the student that need a work in Korea? What can we do for work? It's totally depending on your background. And uh, in the meantime, uh, if you need to have like the most important thing is you need to have valid visa in order to work. That's the first thing. And the second thing, what I can do, you know, what kind of work I do, what you can do is totally different situation. You know, so having a valid visa, working visa, and then finding the work, but it's gonna be based on your like experiences. If you don't have any experiences, no Korean skills, no background, no education background, then it's gonna be very limited. Very limited. I mean, it's gonna be pretty same like a common sense because like for example, by myself, when I was young, I have no skills. I have no, like, I didn't finish my university. Then I just work at the restaurant. You know, it's like common sense. It doesn't mean if you are foreigner, so that you can only work in the like this field. No, not really. If you have skills, Korean skill, if you have background under the valid visa, then there would be more opportunity in terms of the work. So that's kind of that would be my answer for that. How long can you stay with the host family? Up to you. There are not really like a maximum length. Can a yoga teacher get job in Korea? Maybe yes, maybe not. I'm not sure about it. When it comes to like a job, some people say if I get A job in Korea, if I get B job in Korea, for that, what I normally answer is, you can do it right now. You know, let's say, can I yoga teacher get jobs in Korea? What I would recommend you can search and apply for it even now, and then you will see if it's possible or not. You know, what I mean is that arriving in Korea, you have planned. I want to get a job in Korea. You arrive in Korea, and then starting the applying for a job. For me, it doesn't really make sense. If I were you, I want to find a job before leaving the Korea. You are in, I don't know, some countries. I would love to by myself. I would love to applying jobs in here and then arrive in Korea and start. That's the best way. So that's why whenever I get the answer, whenever I get the question about the job in Korea, I want you to like try out even now. whether if it's possible or not. And then you will see, oh, it's possible. It's not possible. Oh, it's not possible. Then I want to try something else. You know, I just focus on the study. Or I just focus on something else. So that would be my answer. Honest answer. I don't want to give you, oh, you can do that. I don't want to give you like hope. You know, I want to give you the solution for your question. Try. 안녕하세요. Do we must have 10K in our bank account for the courses? When it comes to visa courses, yes. So let's say, for example, if you want to register the 6 months with visa, 6 months, then our government set up the amount. So you need to have a 10K USD in your bank. And pretty much every school, because it's from our government. So my answer is yes. The reason that our government asks for it is, our government wants to see that you have enough money to cover the fees for staying 6 months. Like I said, the 6 months, 3 months staying for the tuition accommodation, it's gonna take 3,000 US dollar. When it comes to 6 months, you can multiply 2 times, which means at least you need to have like 6,000 US dollar. On top of the 6,000 US dollar, you need to eat, you need to travel, you need to have fun, you need to buy your clothes, those like things. You need to be sum up, like add up on the 6,000 US dollar. So it's, for me, it's like reasonable to ask you to, if I were the government, it's reasonable to ask you if you have 10K in your bank. That's why you need to have that, and also the condition is all same. If you go to A school, if you go to B school, it's all same because it's from our government. All right, I guess. What would you say to all the new students, like tips? Study hard, play hard. What class is this? May I know, please? It's like Q&A for study in Korea, or any other tips from me being in Korea. That's a good question. Awesome. So for 3 months courses, we don't must have 10K. No, for 3 months, you don't need a visa, which means no 10Ks in your bank. All right, I think I covered all questions. If not, if I miss anything, let us know at info@globalhanguk.com, or you can always contact us using our contact form, which is the best option. So where is the contact form? You can check out on our homepage, the main page, go down, and there is contact form. You can ask all the questions. Secondly, if you see our bio, there are special link. When you click it, there are all the link for the contact form, blog articles, which have many informations, much information, and also online course and etc. So thank you so much for joining our live streaming. Once again, reminding you, if you want to come June of this year, please contact us right now. You have about a month to prepare all the things. And also, we launched our autumn study trip. And secondly, if you interested in exchange program, but not really sure, but exchange program, but if your university is not really like a system university in the Korean university, visiting program is the option for you. And also, you can the application for the visiting program is from the April 1st. So let us know if you're interested in that as well. No problem at all. Thank you for saying the nice thing. Use man 123. I will pass this on to our coordinators, because they are the one who help you to prepare everything or push you to, do this, do that, this and that. So I will pass this on to them after this meeting, not meeting, after this live streaming. Thank you so much. Once again, we do live streaming once in a month. So uh, let's see next month, the end of the next month. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye bye. I will keep this live streaming so you can watch it later. Okay. Thank you so much.